Okay, everybody, Gypsy just posted something and we gotta talk about it. So I'm gonna show you what it is and then I'm gonna give you my reaction. So here we go. Okay, so here it is. So we're gonna read this from the top and we're gonna go ahead and do a reaction right afterwards. So she just posted this not even 16, 17 hours ago, and I'm surprised I didn't notice it sooner, but here we go. And she says, quote, "I've taken accountability and now I take back my life. When I accepted my sentence, I accepted the weight of my choices." I don't think so, because you're still trying to justify a crime in any way you can, or deflect it or blame it on somebody else. "I served my time, that was my accountability, and I've carried it for years." No, that was your sweetheart deal due to a politically charged DA that wanted to get a re-election that year, so basically they cast you as a victim because you're under 5 feet tall, and you have a little ridiculous baby voice that unfortunately the media bought hook, line, and sinker after your lawyers put you out there as, under the victim narrative, and a responsible judge would have put a gag order on this case, and he didn't. So, you just got lucky, Gypsy. Otherwise, you had the Schmeth penalty coming after you. And you want to know what? I don't care what anybody says. You got over on the system with your lawyers, because they said themselves they had no way to defend you. They had no idea what kind of defense they were even going to mount for you, because that discovery file was that damning. But that's for another day. And then she goes on, she was just trashing her mother, like a week ago, during Mother's Day and during the anniversary of the crime. But now she's going to trash her co-defendant once again. As for Nicholas Godejohn, yes, he is a deeply disturbed man. No, he's a man that you influenced and brought him into a world of darkness with many little characters and wigs to go along with it. So let's just correct that real quick. But he also knew the difference between right and wrong. No, you groomed him into thinking that what he was doing was right and that he was saving you from this lifetime of abuse from this really horrible woman that was nothing but nice to him, as he said. I will always say to everybody, I believe Nick's story. It's never changed, and to this day, he's never changed any part of his story. He's never altered any part of his story. He's always been very consistent with it. So, no matter what Gypsy says, it's like she's never going to get me to falter from that. But he also, regardless of my role of unintentional manipulation. Unintentional? Manipulate? Is she serious? Unintentional? You don't manipulate somebody unintentionally. Manipulation is something you intentionally do. So that's an oxymoron. That's unintentional manipulation is not a thing, sweetheart. But once again, your sense of reality and self-awareness is not existent, but that doesn't surprise me at all. This type of manipulation isn't rooted in malice. I think asking someone to schmurder somebody is rooted in malice. Just saying. It's often a reflection of past trauma. Oh, here we go. More with the excuses. Fear of abandonment or lack of emotional tools, which is exactly what she preyed on. She used emotional tools to prey on a guy that had level 2 autism and, probably didn't receive the kind of affection and love that Gypsy was giving him because she love-bombed him in just about every way. The key difference is intent, which she fully intended to groom him for this crime, whether she wants to admit this or not. This is some amazing stuff that I can't believe she had the chutzpah to actually write this. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy stuff. The person is not trying to deceive or control 100%. This whole thing is just lies, this entire thing. I can't believe I'm reading this. And did ChatGPT do this for her? Who knows? But the behavior still affects others and requires self-awareness and growth to correct. I can't believe somebody with no self-awareness is going to talk about self-awareness. My God. Gypsy, you've gone further off the deep end. I'm not sure if it's because you're off parole now, but if this is a beginning of what's to come, then boy, you're just going to be delivering the goods to us, aren't you? But wow. That's all I gotta say. So once again, in short, it's Nick's fault. He should have done this. He should have done that. Basically, she's mad that he did what she requested him to do. He did what she groomed him to do. Oh, I need you to come unalive my mom because she's doing A, B, and C. And you know what? If you don't do it, then you know what? I'm going to break up with you 100 times, and then I'm just going to keep ripping myself away from you. And you heard Nick. He pretty much worshipped her, and she knew that and used it right against him. And if you look at that, if you go right back to those interrogations, the only person Gypsy was concerned about was herself, and Nick wasn't even concerned about himself. He was just concerned about her. So we can see who is the manipulated one, and there's no such thing as unintentional manipulation. What is unintentional manipulation? You don't do that for 2 straight years. Okay, it's not like he read it's not like he interpreted something wrong. Everything that you said to him, which we've seen those correspondences, we've seen those videos, were 100% intended. You didn't accidentally say those things. Okay, so enough of this gaslighting, Gypsy. This is ridiculous. But wow, that's all I gotta say. So there's that, and wow. Again, she was just crapping on her mother's legacy not even, a week or 2 ago when the anniversary of her unaliving took place, and also during Mother's Day, which is around the same time, and her birthday, which is also around the same time. So this doesn't surprise me at all that she's gonna drag Nick into something like this. But again, it's like, I don't understand. It's just like every time she tries to do damage control like this, she just further makes herself look worse. But at the same time, it's just like, hey, she's delivering the goods for us as far as content creators go. It's just like, this is some of the most out of touch with reality stuff I've read anytime soon coming from Gypsy. And I'm not sure if it's the podcast she just went on with Tori Spelling, which I'm going to be doing a reaction to that as well. But for now, it's just like, I don't know what she has going through her head right now. If somehow she's going to garner support by further letting people know that, again, it's like she said in that interview, or whatever you want to call it, the little podcast thing with Tori Spelling, that's just like, I want everyone to move on. It's time to move on. I don't want to be defined by my past. Meanwhile, Nicholas Godejohn is still suffering because of her past and her choices. No one's just going to move on just because she wants people to. Sorry, Gypsy, but wow. What do you guys think of this? This is some of the most out of touch with reality stuff I think I've read from her anytime soon. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. What do you guys think? Let's talk about this. Leave it in the comments.